With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The leading rusher among rookies a season ago. Here's Kenneth Walker. And he to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Panthers very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Seahawks hit 2-0 here to begin the season. And off to exactly the start you're hoping for. Nothing for the fan base to complain about, at least not yet.
I like the way that you phrased that. Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a long ways to go. But they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way if they stay in that mode throughout the season.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come out.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Sticking with Walker on second down. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
One of the Panthers' big off-season acquisitions. Here's Miles Sanders. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
First down, Panthers.
On play action, Young. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. They're certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here's the Panthers punter now. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
running right. Here's Walker. There he goes, right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 73 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back
end zone caught. Touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ballgame for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Breaks a tackle. And some room to maneuver. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Panther first down.
The play fake, now Young. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 2nd down.
You talk about this Seahawk defense.
They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
no matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
Short throw hauled in by Trimble. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it?
Panther football to start quarter number 2. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
First down, Carolina.
Here is Young. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Off the play fake, Young rolling to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Young. And this is going to be incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far with this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now is not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Now Gino on first down. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Gino now to throw. It's caught. Block it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The catch and run good for 24 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Seahawks are able to widen their advantage. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is up to 18 now. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Running room at the 50. Look out. And how about that return as he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. Okay, they've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Ready.
It's Young off play action. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Sanders fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Sanders again, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. 3 tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. There. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers get a bit closer. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10.
Panthers 10.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Here we go.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Smith. is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
There we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Gino. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
It's fielded at the 45. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
Come on, set.
Young off the play fake. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here we
From
go.
the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Edo blue. Hut, hut.
Running right, here's Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. Dropping him behind the line there was Cameron Young.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
On 2nd down, Young. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Young to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
From the red zone now, Young. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. On the move to his left. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
The quick slant caught. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back in. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Bryce Young, as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-17.
Panthers 17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Moore. He will return it. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but
but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time in the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
17.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll fire this complete to Hurst down the field. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now a carry for Sanders. And he's got room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Well, it's kind of fitting. A couple days ago when we met with him, I said, what is it about your running game that's so effective? He said, I like to tag myself as elusive. He was pretty elusive right there.
And his teammates appreciate that because they know they don't have to hold their blocks for very long. As one of them told us, if I just breathe some bad breath on the guy in front of me, that's all I need to do, and he's gone. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Young. They're quickly to Thielen here. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Okay, right? Right, 97. Cut.
They'll run with Sanders, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Throwing, Young. Flush to his right. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack, and that makes things tougher here on third and goal.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Young working out of the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He opted to go with the scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We've got a close game. The offense has played well, but right now they've got to keep their foot on the gas.
And that carries with it an extra bit of pressure, doesn't it? As much fun as they're having right now, they're locked in, really clicking on all cylinders. They also know that they ever miss a chance to put points on the board, they've actually put their team in jeopardy. And that's not how you want to play the game. It's supposed to be complementary football, offense, defense. But today, it's all offense for them.
Yeah, they've been playing with a sense of urgency. It's probably going to need to continue. Now he'll let this one go. Deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, Smith. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Off of play action, here's Smith. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
A third quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up second and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. The 20. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a first and goal right at about the 6-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in this third quarter. So that now 6 touchdowns for him on the ground here so far this year, Charles. And it's week 3. What kind of a season might he be embarking on?
Well, we both know it helps to have fresh legs early. And they're going to ride him a lot as this year goes on. But one other thing to keep in mind, as you keep having success, you actually have built up some momentum. Your body responds to that as well. So I see no reason for this to slow down anytime soon.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Throwing now is Geno. It's complete to Lockett. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. We're just shy of midfield. Here's second and a yard. Straight ahead, Walker. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 111 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off of it. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
He completes this to Walker. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. Third and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20. Here's Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 29-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Here's Smith. Slot man, and he's got it. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Smith. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Smith. That is taken in by the tight end Fant, and he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. For the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Here's Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in the tightrope. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 104 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is caught at the 20. A big play there for Carolina. 52 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
52 blaster. Green jacket. Ready.
They'll run. It's Sanders. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Trouble, 38. Red, yellow. Cut.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
No tougher place to be in a spot like this than Seattle. Here's 3rd down.
You don't move. Set, run. Set, run.
Here's Young.
And that is incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
And this one is right through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
This is 1st and 10. Smith's going to throw it. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score Panthers 36, Seahawks 27.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Smith. Finding Walker complete. He's still on his feet. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Ken Walker, 82 yards. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And he's brought down. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And it looks looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Ready up. Striker. 3-3.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he will have a Panther first down. And it is celebration time on that sideline, and they've earned it.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for, because they'll need to continue to rely on them to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Slide 2. Hut, hut.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Steps away. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Panthers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.